making love to you. Oh, shit. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all? So yes, today I am back with a new video, and of course if you have seen that purple haul video, you know I got some new things. And yes, of course, as you can see from the title itself, we are going to try the concealer today. Now, so the concealer in question is this one is the NY Bae spotless liquid concealer, and I am in the shade number 3, dark and white chocolate pretzel. There are almost like 10 shades, including some of the color correctors also. They have the greens and red color correctors also, so I think they approximately have like 10 shades. And to be honest, having 10 shades from a brand which isn't so costly, I mean, I would say it is a brand which is more like I don't know what to really call this brand. Now, I don't know if NY Bae is actually an international brand. I'll have to do some research on this. Alexa, search NY Bae concealer. What I really feel about NY Bae is that it is actually an Indian brand. As per this package, it says it was made in Himachal Pradesh. What I really feel is it is an Indian brand, and they just have this theme of making it alike, look like New York and stuff. I think that is what the entire concept is, but it is actually an Indian brand, and that is the reason why it is this cheap, because any international brand does not really have that price range for a concealer, no matter how bad quality the concealer is. This price is something that I would say really belongs to the Indian brand market. Today, what our entire modus operandi would be, we are going to compare these two concealers. Now of course there's no point comparing an almost 500 rupee concealer with just a 200 rupee concealer. But see, hear me out. My entire concept is that no matter what the cost of a product is, it should do what it is supposed to do. I wouldn't really expect it to be so full coverage as this is. Almost is not a full coverage, but it has a fair good coverage. It's a medium coverage concealer. I don't really expect this to be full of coverage, but I would not expect this to be of sheer coverage. That is not what I want from a concealer. So the reason I'm actually comparing these two is so that I can have like a clear context as of how this really works. We can know if it is drying or whatever, as compared to this. So when we put it side by side, we have a better vision. So that is what I am really going to do. I don't really want to compare these two because the price point is really different, and these two are really different companies. Maybelline has been there forever, and NY Bae is just coming in game. But it's just that we'll just get a guideline, right? So yes, let me do the foundation and let me do the eyebrows, and then I'll just come and we'll put the concealer. Let me come. So let us start off. I'll be applying this on this side and this on this side. So I'll be just applying this Maybelline concealer under the eye on left side, and rest of the face I'll be doing with this NY Bae concealer only. So let us try this. Now the foundation isn't very full coverage, so I'm going a little ham with this concealer. Now the same amount of quantity I did for Maybelline, I'm going to do it for this. It's a little too yellow. Okay. Now the reason I really got this particular shade was because I thought, I mean, this was what my thought process was, that I just felt somehow the first two shades would have been a little on the yellow side, because that is usually how most brands are. Their first two shades have the pinkish undertone to them. They are quite cool undertoned. That's why I thought, let me just go with number 3. I think this, although this shade looks fine, but I think it's pretty more yellow, and I don't mind it. I feel it's good if it's yellow, because my NYX concealer is actually pretty pink, and these two in combination would be really good. Let us start blending this. Now I'll start off with this Maybelline concealer and then we'll move over here. Okay, so this is pretty yellow in itself as compared to this one. It has a little bit of like a lighter cast to it. If I compare the pigmentation, the coverage, I won't lie, I like this one better than this one. Oh my god. This is a slightly more, I would say a shade that matches my skin tone more because I think it was much warmer, and because I'm also very warm, it kind of suited my entire skin tone really well, and I kind of like it. And let's be honest, the coverage is good. I think if I compare the coverage with this, wow, it's pretty fair. I like it. Wow. Yeah, now let me set it. I always go with a wet concealer when I'm applying eyeshadows, so that is why I never bake this side. So I'll be only doing this particular portion. Wow, I kind of like it. I mean, having a really close look, this side is more creased and patchy than this side, although the amount of powder on both sides were equal. But this side looks a little more matte. I don't know why, but this is intense matte over here. I can see the patchiness. The skin does not look good over here. It's very patchy. And definitely all I can say is I would need a lot of setting spray to really make it look good. Let me set the entire face also, then I think we'll have a look. Yes, I mean definitely this concealer looks a little patchy and drying if I compare it to the other concealers that I wear, and usually my skin does not look this patchy or weird that it is looking today, and I think it's probably the concealer only. So I mean obviously it's let's to tune into the reality. It's just a 150 rupees concealer and it does have some good coverage. So obviously there is going to be something that it would definitely lack, and it lacks a very nice and smooth finish. It does get a little patchy, and I'm even not wearing primer today. Maybe that can be one reason. So I don't know. Yeah, else than that, I think if I look these two portions of my face, you can see, although this portion looks a little yellower than this portion, but the coverage is nice. I think, I mean, if I could use this concealer 2-3 times more, I'll have a better firm opinion about it. So obviously in upcoming videos, if I'll be using it a lot more, you will definitely get to know how I really feel about it. But now let's be honest, if I put a setting spray, you prime properly, you put a setting spray, and I just feel you should not be using a matte foundation with this one. That is what I really feel. And if you use something which is dewy and not a matte foundation or something as a base, I think it would work better. And of course with the primer it would work better, and of course a setting spray would be really necessary so that you can just put everything in place with this one, because it really is getting very dry over here. Yep, it is. So I think as far as this product is concerned, if you ask me, I I mean I would say I have it's between above average and between good. You know, above average and good के बीच में अगर कुछ होता है ना, so it's this. It's like a 3.5 rating out of 5. That is what I would say if I see it with the price point. That is for sure. So I would say if you really want to try it out, it's a good product to try out. That is what I feel so far. Else, of course, you have to use the product 2-3 more times to have a very firm opinion about it. But for this much portion, I would say it's a good product and you should definitely try this once. So yes, this was the review for this primer and this concealer. And yes, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll meet you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and watch the next video right there.